My thoughts on waifus. Hello, my name is Nobeloth. I just wanted to talk about what my thoughts are on waifus. Waifus is a term that has existed since the dawn of anime's existence. The term waifu has changed over time. Initially, when you think of an anime waifu, you think of the most sexy looking character you could possibly think about. Initially, for myself, as a connoisseur of anime, I've watched anime since I was about like 10, so yeah, keep it in mind that this is a 10-year-old that was watching The Familiar of Zero. The term waifu has changed over time, and of course, me as a connoisseur of anime, I've watched it ever since I was 10, and my whole thought process on anime had not even been a thing. I didn't know all the terms back then, but the one character that I loved above all else before Minori ever became a thing into my mind was this anime character called Kirke from The Familiar of Zero. And she is an absolutely amazing looking character. I mean, if you've ever seen her, you would know. I mean, I'm just a fan of redheads, but I think the term of waifu never found its place in my mind till I was like 14 maybe. I honestly didn't know what the term waifu even meant. I saw it in YouTube comments when I used to watch anime on my 3DS, but I never knew what it meant. When I first found out about the term anime waifu, I initially saw it through comments when I first learned about the term. I found out that it meant like anime character or girl that you love a lot in anime. And at that time, for me, and since I hadn't found out about Minori, there was another character in mind, which was from my first anime before I ever found out about Minori, which was a girl named Kirke. She's an absolutely beautiful character. I mean, if you haven't seen her, she absolutely looks magnificent. If you just want to look up a picture, look up The Familiar of Zero, Kirke. Trust me, your heart will not waver, trust me. But the term anime waifu has existed since the dawn of anime, and I never knew what it meant until I got to about that age. And for some time, this term has changed significantly. I mean, it used to be an anime girl character that you used to like, but nowadays, since anime's gotten so popular, where has that term gone? How has it changed? Well, I'll go ahead and explain how anime waifus turn from liking an anime girl character to sexualizing an anime girl character. And I absolutely gotta say that this sort of term is kind of like a double-edged sword. Nowadays, let's just be straight up. People see anime waifus when you mention that term as like you are being an absolute creep and just think that you just sexualize the character so much in your own dark, weird ass fantasies. And I think that's the way people see it now, which I don't think is right, because originally anime waifus have always been seen as a thing of just liking an anime girl character. Same like how you see husbandos. Husbandos are basically the equivalent male role of an anime waifu. It's basically how that works. You never see husbando being treated the same way the term anime waifu is. And whenever you look up husbando, you don't find that much lewdness comparison to an anime waifu. In anime waifu, you have a whole bunch of body pills. Not to say that they don't exist for husbandos, because they do, and I've never even seen one in my life, but I know they exist, because it's just known that Japan loves their weird stuff. And trust me, this weirdness has developed into the westernized society, and knowing Western society, obviously, people love to sexualize things. You've seen it across all of social media and the development of the internet as it has expanded and grew over time. So nowadays, people, whether you see it on Twitter, whether you see it on Instagram, whether you see it on TikTok, and they do like these cool anime AMV edits of their favorite waifus, they sexualize the heck out of them. And it's not to say that, hey, there's no problem with sexualizing an anime waifu. If you like that waifu, pull on you. But I mean, it's kind of weird in a sense if it's an anime character that is, there are some boundaries to this sort of term waifu, because For myself, I don't use anime waifu term for Minori, mainly because I don't see her in a weird way where I'm like, ooh, she's so beautiful, I just want to be with her. No, that's fucking weird. I don't know how people can still use the term, especially when they're more older. And that's always been a running joke, is that if you're like freaking, I don't know, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and you still have an anime waifu that you absolutely love. Like I said before, Western society has made it so the term anime waifu sounds very sexualized. Like, you just want to see your favorite anime waifu in like some lingerie sort of wear. So when you think about it that way, you hear sirens pop up in your head, or at least I would like to think people would hear sirens pop up in their head. But I honestly think that the term anime waifu is one that should be used for a wholesome sense. And what I mean by wholesome sense is not to say that you like the look of the character. I mean, of course, you would say that you like the look of the character because she looks cool. And there's a difference between she looks cool and she looks beautiful. Well, beautiful has many different meanings. So when you think about that, how beautiful has different meanings. Like, beautiful, the word could be used in many different senses. You look very beautiful. Damn, you look very beautiful. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean when you say anime waifu. Man, that anime waifu be bussin'. When I said it like that, I meant that. Damn, she has some thick ass thighs and she has some, a set of rack. And I'm like, okay, that anime waifu is obviously gorgeous. And I would expect her to be over the age, obviously. But knowing anime, they like to make these characters look very young, yet they're 1,000 years old, which that's a whole different other stigma that oh god. Eventually I'll get into that stigma. But for now, the anime waifu term has always been manipulated and construed in many ways to fit someone else's agenda. Whatever that agenda may be, you may be the biggest creep or you may be the biggest wholesome hearted weeaboo out there. And honestly, I don't blame someone for liking an anime waifu. Just try to stay away from girls like Iliasville from Prisma Ilia. If you've watched Prisma Ilia from the Fate series, because I have, and I regretted it my entire life, let me tell you. But never say your waifu is a lolly, because that's just like going into FBI territory that I just don't want to even get into, because it's just absolutely disgusting and I think that's just heinous. It's crazy to say it, but yes, there are indeed freaking anime fans out there that have anime waifus that are lollies. And oh my god, that is absolutely disgusting. I can't even imagine what that person may be thinking. And god, that's like the pinnacle of what you would expect out of an anime weeb, is just the fact that you love this anime character for whatever reason. But I can imagine that, I'm not trying to rationalize it, but maybe they just see the anime character as like strong-willed, whether it's their personality that just holds the weight. Maybe the personality is most of the weight that's carried, and I can't even imagine why someone would love or even admire an anime waifu that is a lolly, because that's just fucking weird. Let's just be honest. I know that that's just the whole stigmatize of it, is that you have a whole bunch of characters that you admire and love, but that one anime waifu always sticks out. For myself, I don't see it that way. I've always been one to admire a character, but when it comes to an anime waifu, as I have gotten older, it's just become very weird, because Western society has made it so that people just genuinely sexualize the anime waifu term. Think about it like this. You like a character not because of their looks, but because of their personality. One of the best anime waifus out there is one that is in between wholesomeness, and they just have a natural attribute to have a lot of people just admire them. The stigma of anime waifus becoming very sexualized in current day is mainly because of the fact that the internet has created so many different non-canon stuff that people just want to fantasize about, and whether it's doujinshi, which people mostly construed with being anime, manga, P-word, yeah, you know what I mean, which it's actually not. The term doujinshi reverts to an original anime fan story, and so that's what it refers to. And I think that when these doujinshis are made from the likes of anime fans for their waifus, that feels very wholesome. I love seeing that sort of stuff, and I see it all the time on Twitter. And so, like, whenever I see that term being used in that way, I absolutely love it. It's not saying to the fact that you're weird for loving an anime waifu. And most of the time, whenever I told people that I loved anime back in high school, they would say, I bet you think about them all the time, like you would romanticize these anime waifus. Originally, when I heard that comment back in high school, I thought that was pretty funny, but now it's like, if someone said that to me, I would take offense to it, honestly. But that's just my whole thought process on the term anime waifu. Let me know what you guys think of this term, because it's definitely changed over time, and I thought this would be a really good topic to just talk about, because not that many people think of the anime term waifu that much anymore, because most people just love watching anime rather than focusing on the stigmas and terms that go with anime. If you did like this video, feel free to like, subscribe, comment down below your guys' thoughts and opinions. I have been Noble Oath, and with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.